Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris Gagnon on the mic, along with Calvin Castine on camera, Hometown Cable, and we're here at Northeastern Clinton on this September 28, 2018. Getting started here at 6:40 p.m. Northern Soccer League Division I matchup between the visiting Plattsburgh High Hornets and your Northeastern Clinton Cougars. So we'll have the visiting Hornets in the white uniforms tonight, and the Cougars sporting the pink uniforms of breast cancer awareness. They've every year wearing the pink socks. This year they're going with the pink uniforms, and we just had the pink fire truck leave that was stationed down at the end of the field near the track prior to the game. So good to see the Cougars supporting this cause. So the Cougars playing the ball across the 18, putting a little pressure on here early, looking for a quick goal. Over on the far side, that's Bryn Sample looking across it right inside the box, and Cougars unable to get a foot on that one. That ball being cleared out by Brenna Michaels. And the Hornets will make their first offensive push up the field this game, and that'll be Olivia Gagnon breaking that play up, sending it midfield to Brinley LaFountain. So Michaels controlling the ball in the center of the field. Michaels being their go-to player this year. If not the top scorer in the league right now, she's probably second. And looking at the paper, pretty much every game she's notching a few points for her team. So having another successful year for the Hornets is Brenna Michaels, and that'll be Tinson Pema, number 14, getting a foot on that ball. Pema used to be a student here at Northeastern, played sports with all these girls, friends with many of them, and now playing against them. So Dumas on the right side looking across that, and it's right to the defense of the Hornets. Our referees for tonight's game, on the far side we have Mr. Norton, and on this near side right in front of us we have Mr. Bayshard, and that's Mr. Bayshard calling a foul on the Cougars. So Michaels, the team captain, will be taking this free kick, first set play for the Hornets in this game, and she'll chip that ball high into the 18 and bouncing around. Shot taken into the 18, and that'll be over the end line as Racine lets that one go. So our roster for tonight, the Northeastern Clinton Cougars, we had number 1 Kaya McComb, 2 Emma Fredette, 3 Addison Sample, 4 Gabby Dumas, 5 Sarah Grennan, 6 Miriam Waktumi, 7 Maggie LaFountain, 8 Amy Visconti, 9 Allison Gregoire, 11 Adriata Hollister, 12 Brinley LaFountain, 13 Marley Sample, 14 Haley Laterno, 15 Leah Colombe, 16 Alexa Cronkrite, 17 Carissa Gay, 18 Bryn Sample, 21 Kate Houghton, 22 Olivia Gagnon, 23 Taylor Goodrow, 24 Emily Boyer, and the starting goalkeeper for the Cougars, Abby Racine. And the Cougars head coach, Mr. Tim Supernaw, he's assisted by Mr. Tim Matat, and the JV girls soccer coach, Mr. McKenna Hunter. So Michael's in the center of the field looking to cut across to this near side. Taking a shot there, but off the outside of the foot, and that'll be wide of the goal. So the Cougars playing back-to-back, 2 games in 2 nights. They were scheduled to play Wednesday night up in Saranac Lake, 4:30 start, and it was forecast for heavy storms with high winds and severe thunderstorms, and both schools agreeing to cancel that game. They rescheduled it for last night, so the Cougars making that long trip up to Saranac Lake, and they came out of there with a 2-0 victory as they return home tonight to play here against the Hornets. So Marley Sample, number 13, with a throw-in for the Cougars. Haley Ledoux in the middle working against Kate Houghton, and to the far side is Berto controlling that ball. Gottschall back to Berto. Berto with a nice cross into the 18, bouncing around. Michaels has it at the 18. Nice step over, but loses control as Pema pushes that one back in. So Macomb stepping up from the sweeper position tonight. She'll be starting back in the sweeper position, looking to get that up to her offense. And that's knocked out of bounds by the Hornets defense. We'll have Cologne with consecutive throw-ins here. And Cologne getting roughed up there. That was Madeline Woodward getting called for the foul as she steps in front of the ball. That ball just skimming off of the head of Woodward as she jumped in the air, and at the top of the 18 looking to take a shot, and that's blocked. Gregoire getting a shot, and that's going to be near side of the net and out of bounds. So a good opportunity there for the Cougars to create a scoring opportunity, but a little hesitant on taking a shot as on first touch. Beautiful opportunity, but a little hesitant, looking for a better shot, and unable to create a really good scoring opportunity. So the Hornets will take this goal kick. That's Delaney McCormick, the goalkeeper, taking that. Dumas looking to get that over to a teammate, and that's broken up by the Hornets. Combe has that one broke up. Hornets almost with a 2-on-1 advantage going to the net, and the Cougars doing a nice job of recovering there. Gagnon collecting that ball and just kicking it up, and Gregoire almost getting a nice touch on that one, popping it past the defense, and she's unable to do so as Michaels looks to use some nice footwork to get this up the field, and Dumas and Gagnon with a little give and go there to move it up the field, and number 9 Gregoire looking over to Sample on the far side of the field. Sample carrying that one into the corner, and Tenzin Pema breaking that one up. So a long ball knocked in by the left back for the Cougars. That's Adriana Hollister, and it's over the end line. So the lineup for the Plattsburgh High Hornets soccer team: the starting goalkeeper Delaney McCormick, 2 Aubrey Gerard, 3 Juliette Given, 5 Haley Ledoux, 6 Neil Porter, 7 Sophia Gottschall, 8 Kiara Maggie, 9 Madeline Woodward, 10 Brenna Michaels, 11 Paige Murray, 12 Kennedy LaValle, 13 Abigail Crahan, 14 Tenzin Pema, 15 Sophie Berto, 16 Julia Marr, 19 Diavion O'Connell, 22 Abigail LeBrun, and the Hornets moving down the left side as they take it to the end line, cross it right through the hands of Racine, across the goal mouth, and that'll roll. Actually, it's still in on the line, and the Cougars will be able to play that one. So the Cougars catching a lucky break there. Beautiful cross from the left side. That was Woodward, but nobody there for the Hornets to get a foot on it. Long shot looking for that upper corner is Brenna Michaels, and just over the top of the net. So Brenna Michaels a threat from anywhere here on the field. So Racine's going to have to be on her toes in this game, as she has a pretty hard shot, and as we've seen in the past, she's able to pick those corners. So to finish out the roster for the Hornets, we had 22 Abigail LeBrun, 23 Mackenzie Laufer, 24 Kathleen Sullivan, 25 Katie Parker, and the head coach Mr. Mulligan, assisted by Mr. Michaels. Hollister with a nice goal kick up the field as the Hornets switching to left side. Nice through ball to Michaels, and just a little too much on that for her to corral as the Cougars clear that one out of bounds. So Michaels will take this throw right from the flag. Short throw to the 18. And that's Emily Boyer breaking that one up. Nice play by her. So the Hornets packing everybody into this near corner as Gagnon deflects that one off of a Hornets offensive player and out of bounds. So the last meeting between these two teams was down at PHS, and the Hornets coming away with a 3-0 victory. Cougars having a tough time adjusting down at PHS, and in that game they had 2 own goals scored. So Cougars looking for a better outcome tonight here at Northeastern. So we have Cronkite into the game, number 16, and she'll take this throw-in as it'll should move down to the spot of the original throw-in as it never came in. And it appears as though Mr. Bayshard will move her down. So Woodward with some good footwork down there, looking to get an opportunity across it. She'll be double teamed and able to sneak through the end line, send that one into the box. 2 Cougar players there. Gagnon looking to clear it, and Cougars finally knocking that one outside of the 18. We'll have Sample carrying it up the left side of the field, and we'll have Maggie LaFountain just getting too much on that one and played out of bounds by Crahan. So a little back and forth down here with the fans. It sounds like we got some students from NCCS getting after Mr. Sullivan. Of course, his daughter plays for PHS, and he's a teacher here at Northeastern, so they're harassing him a little bit, all in good fun. He's got a big smile on his face, so.
They just wanted him to go sit with them, that's all. He's your teacher.
Yeah, he's not crossing the center line down there, staying on his side. I guess he just has to remind the kids that he's had bragging rights since the last time they played, so. So we have Kennedy LaValle coming in for the Hornets. And PHS will throw it in from midfield on the far side. Tenzin Pema working hard on that far side. She's able to take that ball away from a Cougar player. We'll have a high ball chipped into the 18 as Hollister steps back before she plays that one. Ball into the 18, and we'll have a foul called on the Hornets as Gagne was shoulder to shoulder with the Hornets offensive player, and Gagne will take this free kick right from the corner of the 18. Well, Fountain's giving a nice pass to Sample on the far side as the Cougars double team, looking to switch fields, and this will be Beware racing to the near side. We'll have a deflection off of Kennedy LaValle, and the Cougars will bring in 5 new players here. We'll have Dumas coming in, Leah Colombe, Fredette, and Allison Gregoire. So ball chipped up, falling to Woodward. Woodward making a run up the field. She's got one player to her right. Nice move to her right. Just had a little too much on that one as Marley Sample makes a play on that ball. Looking up for Allie Gregoire and broken up again. We'll have a long ball played up to Haley Ledoux. Ledoux getting called for the foul on the far side as she put a little shoulder into that one. So McComb staying strong over there, and appears as though the Cougars will have a free kick here. So the last time these two played down at PHS, a very physical game, and a year after year, every time these two play, it's always physical, and PHS very quick to the ball, very aggressive, so the Cougars are going to have to be prepared for that, and as the game goes on here, they're going to have to pick up their intensity, get a little more aggressive if they hope to keep this a 0-0 score or pick up the lead here early in the first half. Gottschall playing a long ball up to McComb. And both teams back and forth here. Nobody really gaining possession as Dumas collects this one on our side of the field. And PHS asking for the ball as Mr. Bayshard had already made the call, but she didn't see it, so Sample being nice, passed to the PHS player, and Mr. Bayshard told her, nope, Northeastern ball. So Woodward having that one taken away as Kate Houghton trying to split the midfield of the Hornets. We'll have Fredette in the middle field and a shot taken there by the Cougars, and it'll be a slow roller to the right of the goalkeeper, and McCormick set to take this punt from the 18. And we'll have a foul there. And the Cougars, as Houghton got her arm up into the shoulder and neck area of the PHS player. Michael's set to take one. This one, Cougars holding at about the 21-yard line. It's broken up by the Cougars, but PHS still keeping possession of that as they look to set up a scoring opportunity. That was Murray looking for a shot. As Sample clears that one up right to the foot of Fredette. Speedy Fredette on the far side as she's taken down on the run, and She had a good opportunity there if she got past that player to maybe turn that corner and take off to the net. So on the far side, Hollister will take this direct kick for the Cougars. Hollister playing that one into the 18, and Michaels heads that one out. That ball into the box, and the Cougars unable to get a foot on that one as Michaels turns and clears it up to the field to McComb. McComb stepping up, looking for her offense. This is Gregoire at the 18, steps to the right. Nice through ball to Dumas. Dumas will take that one to the corner. She has one player back for support. That's Gregoire, and she's unable to get a foot. Cronkite stepping up, looking to get a good shot on, and that's appeared to be deflected and popped up into the air. So good effort there by Hollister stepping up to keep that ball in the Cougars' offensive zone. Cougars looking to cross it into the 18, and that's punched out by the Hornets defense once again. So we'll have two Hornets coming in and one substitution for the Cougars. I believe that was Brindley LaFountain coming in for the Cougars on the far side. So Michael's spinning that ball around a couple times, looking to the far side, and the Hornets play it out of bounds. We're down to 17 minutes and 40 seconds here in the first half. Still a 0-0 score between the Hornets and Cougars. So that ball's played over the end line by the Cougars, and Cougars still looking for their first corner kick here of the game. Now high ball played up in the air. Sampling Cronkite on this near side as Michael's working the ball as Sample's able to take it away from her, and those two battling hard. And the Hornets, Ledoux picking that one up in the middle of the field. Nice through ball to the far side. That's Gerard over in the corner. And Hollister picks that one up as it goes over the end line. So Dumas with a quick throw into Sample. Sample looking to get that out to Gregoire in the wing, and she was surrounded by two defenders, and we'll have a throw in for the Cougars. So the Cougars defense pushing up. They're inside, all inside their offensive end, looking to score their first goal here, and we'll have a foul here called on the Hornets. It appeared that it was a push according to Mr. Bayshard, and right in front of us here we'll have Leah Colomb taking this free kick. So the Hornets with a 3-person wall. Colomb sending that one in right to a Hornets defender, and they will clear this one out. So we'll have Gagnon and Fredette coming back into the game. Fredette with a nice ball into Houghton. Houghton looking to cross that to the top of the arc. And we'll have Gregoire taking a nice hard shot right on net and right into the hands of McCormick. So good to see Cougars starting to shoot. Sometimes a little hesitant to do so, but they're going to have to shoot if they plan on scoring. Some good footwork there by Sample as she plays that one up to Fredette. Fredette looking for some help from her midfielders as she plays it to number 11 from the Hornets. That's Paige Murray. Sample splitting 3 defenders, crossing that ball into the 18 and knocked right back out. McComb doing a nice job of stepping up, turning on the wheels there, just barely getting there before the Hornets player. Fredette doing a nice job taking that ball away as Gregoire sends it up to our near side, and just a little too much on that one. So LaFountain all alone on the far side. She had no Cougars over there to support her, and ball gets sent out of bounds as Gagnon punches that into the 18, and we'll have LaFountain takes a shot and just inside the goalpost and in the back of the net. So not sure if Gagnon was planning on doing that, but she popped it up from the defensive position, and there was no Hornet on the far side of the field as number 18, Bryn Sample, gathers that one, and a nice low shot to the corner, beating McCormick with 11:32 left here in the first half. So back in action here. That was, I was mistaken. I think I said Sample as she shot the ball, but that was, or I think I said LaFountain. That was Bryn Sample getting the goal. Beautiful job there, trapping the ball on the pass from Gagnon. And the Cougars going up 1-0 here, so the Cougars got to be feeling good, and hopefully this puts a little energy into them and gets them through the first half up 1-0. Cougar goal scored by Bryn Sample, assisted by Olivia Gagnon. And we'll have a stoppage here with Marley Sample getting called for the foul, and I assume Michaels will take this free kick. So the Cougars defense holding their line at the 18. The Hornets lining up with them. And Mr. Bayshard will go over and pace off 10 yards for Michaels. So the Cougars are backed up 10 yards, and we'll be back in action here. Michaels, a nice hard shot. It's going to take a quick bounce, and Sample doing a nice job of getting her hands on that one and not bobbling it, as she had 3 Hornets closing in on her.
Who? You say Sample?
Correction, Racine. I got my samples, Racines, and they're all from the same place. I should just say the girls from Cannon's Corners. That way I can't mess it up. So some good talk there between McComb and Racine. Got it right that time, Calvin. Racine calling off her defense, and she
I've never
picks
ever done that, Chris.
that one up.
Never.
Well, there was a few years where I think almost every player on the team was a sample, and we used to joke if the samples didn't show up, we wouldn't have a team.
Well, speaking of samples, I remember many years ago, I think it was Brandy was the second. Brandy, is that the name? Sample,
Yes.
Peck's daughter.
Yep, Peck and James' daughter.
Were in Potsdam, and he couldn't see across the field, and he she was doing something, and he couldn't figure out who it was. It was his daughter. There's just too many samples out there.
So Gagnon clearing this ball out as Sample is in pursuit of it, and that's deflected off of number 25, Katie Parker, and the Cougars will throw it in as that ball's thrown right to Parker. Michael's chipping that one over to Woodward, and Hollister allowing that one to bounce, and luckily is able to get her foot on that one and clear it over the end line, and the Hornets will have another corner kick. So it appears though they're looking for a quick short corner. Cougars actually had a goal scored on them down at PHS in a short corner, as I believe it was Michaels carrying it in along the end line and bouncing it off a Cougar into the net. So Cougars with a defender out, and once again beat on the end line, and the Cougars safely clearing that one out. That was Allie Gregoire. So we're gonna have to see if the Cougars do a better job to prevent this short corner. So the Hornets pulling the short player back into the 18, as it appears they'll play a long ball here. This ball into the corner of the 6-yard box as it bounces around, and everybody calling for a handball. Ball's bouncing around, and I think every Cougar except for one player was inside that 18-yard box trying to keep that one out of the back of the net. So I couldn't tell if there was a hand there. Calvin, did you see
A hand
anything?
go up. I'm not sure if it hit the ball or not.
So anyways, good pressure there by the Hornets, and the Cougars catching a good break on that one as they're able to prevent the Hornets from burying that one in the back of the net. Just down to 6 minutes here left in the first half. Cougars still holding a 1-0 lead, as Marley Sample picks this one up at midfield, looking to the near side for Fredette, and Fredette turning the wheels on, and she's able to save it, but rolls off of her foot and out of bounds. Parker throwing that in, and Berto clearing that one down the field out of bounds. And Gagno getting her hand on that one as she's trying to play it forward, and Mr. Bayshard catching her on that one as Michaels once again will ask for 10 yards. And long ball played into the 18. It'll take a bounce, and Racine bobbling it once, but's able to gather that one. So Murray over to Michaels, back to Murray. Murray looking to the center of the field. It's picked up by the Hornets, splits two defenders, looks to take a shot under the hands of Racine and into the back of the net. So beautiful move there by the Hornets. Didn't catch the number on that player, but splits two Cougar defenders. Nice low shot, and that was number 9, Madeline Woodward, getting that goal. So the Hornets tying it up here in the first half with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left. So starting back up after the Hornets tie this game up at 1-1, we had Madeline Woodward scoring that goal, assisted by Paige Murray. Hornets goal scored by Madeline Woodward, assisted by Paige Murray. Ooh, and almost a gift there for LaFountain as the ball came right to her foot and she was unable to gather it. Gagno getting beat and pushing from behind as she's called for another foul. Quick restart here by Michaels, sending it up in the vicinity of McComb as she'll move that up her left side of the field. So McComb getting rode over there by two Hornets players, and Mr. Norton calling a foul. Michael's gathering a head of steam here, looking to Berto. Sample coming up the right side, that's Parker, as she looks to go by Parker. Ball played up to LaFountain, and goalkeeper coming out, and her and LaFountain colliding at the end line, and I believe we'll have a corner kick here for the Cougars. So pretty good collision there for Maggie LaFountain. Excellent hustle, and she got up very quickly. You always get nervous when you see the goalkeeper and another player colliding, worrying that somebody's not going to get up due to an injury. So we'll have Olivia Gagno stepping over to take this corner kick for the Cougars. And that's a low short ball and deflected out by Michaels. So Coach Superna going to have Colombe go up and take this one. Olivia Gagno going back to the defensive position, and I'm sure he's looking to get this ball in the air somewhere in the 6-yard box. Also have a wide open Gagno sitting here just outside the 18, and a nice ball played in by Colombe as Marley Sample breaks in and unable to get a foot on that, and the Hornets able to send that out to the 18 as a weak shot is chipped in by the Cougars. 1 minute. That thing's horrible. What's wrong with it?
I turned it down and then I turned it off.
Oh. So a shot by Marley Sample, and that goes off the side of her foot and out of bounds.
It was acting up yesterday.
Katie Parker throwing that one in. Gathering that one up, but plays it to the foot of Tinson Pema, and the Cougars in the center of the field looking to move up. And that'll be the end of the first half here at Northeastern Clinton, and we will go to intermission with the Cougars and Hornets tied 1-1. All right, welcome back. Start of the second half here between the Plattsburgh Hornets and the Northeastern Cougars. We'll start the second half with a 1-1 tie here between these two teams. Good. Bryn Sample getting an early goal for the Cougars, and then Madeline Woodward with a fine move towards the end of the second half, splitting two Cougar defenders and burying a shot in the back of the net to even the score up at 1-1. We'll have to see how the Cougars come out here in the second half. The Hornets with a little more energy in the first half, going to the ball very hard, winning most of the 50-50 balls, so we'll have to see the Cougars pick it up a little bit here in the second half as they look to pick up their second goal of the game. So a nice move on the left side, and that ball's attempted to be crossed in front of the net and goes over the end line. Gagno lofting this ball out to the Hornets bench, and that goes off a Hornet out of bounds. So Sample sidestepping a Hornet, sending a long ball up into the Hornets defense, and they will let that one ride over the end line. And actually, it'll be a corner kick. So Cologne stepping up once again to take this corner kick as the Hornets all move inside the 18 to play defense, and Gagno, as she pinches in wide open just outside the 18, so we'll have to see the Cougars look for a shot from the 18 or play it inside the 18. And they play it back to Gagno as she traps it, takes a shot from the far corner, and that's headed out. And the Cougars unable to get any good scoring opportunity on that as McComb sends that one over the Hornets end line. So LaFountain throwing this inside the 18 and chipped. Back out into the box. Dumas breaking in and just short of getting a foot on that as the Hornets will send this one out to the sideline. Dumas hustling around the corner looking to save that ball and unable to get there in time as the Hornets will take another goal kick. We'll have Sophie Berto that was Brenna Michaels taking that one as Gagnon looks to trap it. And McComb with a good defensive play there, and Gagnon going down. Very clean tackle there as she goes down. Once again, slow to get up. And Cougar player going down over there as the Hornets look to gain control. We'll have Tinson Pema getting a foot on that one right to the 18, and a weak shot there taken by the Cougars, and another goal kick. So Michael's the utility player for the Hornets. She's all over the field, definitely putting some miles on tonight. Taking all the corner kicks, goal kicks, any free kicks, and she's been running the whole length of the field tonight, and no signs of her slowing up at this point. Nice long throw over there on the far side by Parker, but didn't come in bounds, so that'll be moved back to the spot of the original throw. Right about 18 extended. And a shot there taken by Sample, and as she volleys that one out of the air, just goes wide to the left of McCormick. Michael's playing a long ball up to the left side as Porter closes in on that one, and Brindley LaFountain over to Dumas as Dumas looks up the field, and that's once again broken up. Sample in the middle of the field looking to make a move to the left side, back to the right, looking to get a shot off, and thought she had one there, and unfortunately passes it back to Michaels. So Sample with a good opportunity there. She just has to start ripping those shots. She does have a nice shot when she gets a foot on it, and I'm sure if she can start letting those go from the 18, she's going to find herself scoring some more goals here for the Cougars. So substitutes, we will have Cronkite into the game. And I believe that was Emily Boyer coming in, number 24. So the foot race is on. Allie Gregoire turning the wheels on, just a little shy of getting that one as Sample pinching in here on the left side. She's got two defenders on her. She crosses that one in, and McCormick coming out to the corner of the 6-yard box to grab that one. So we'll have a due working the far side of the field. She's looking for Sophie Berto on the far side, and McComb able to take that one away. Sending it to the middle of the field as Tinson Pema sends it back up to the 18, looking for her offensive players. So about 10 minutes gone here in the second half here at Northeastern Clinton, and Cougars looking to substitute. We'll have Letourneau coming back into the game. And McComb looking to trap that one as she loses possession of it, and the Hornets Mackenzie Laufer sends that one over the end line. So a misstep by Pema as Maggie LaFount looks to go up the field, turn the wheels on, sending it over to the far side to was Sample on the far side that she was looking for, and that was sent out of bounds. So Maggie LaFountain inside the box looking to get a shot off. And that ball's going to be deflected over the end line, and Mr. Norton calls for a goal kick. McComb with a nice trap there. She pulls it back by the Hornet player, and she's looking to the left side to Letourneau. And Maggie playing it safe there as she sends that one out of bounds. Did you get a score on the Yankees game, Kelvin?
Nothing. After an inning and a half, nothing.
No score. And who are they playing tonight?
Team from Boston.
Ah, the rivalry continues.
Yep.
I turned my cable off, so I don't have the luxury of watching many games anymore.
Fortunately, you can watch Hometown Cable online. So.
Parker comes over. Parker with a long throw. She'll take this one and way inside the 18. That's headed by Cronkite across the box. And Boyer will look to play this one out as Michaels takes it back. Moving into the 18, takes a shot. And Racine picking that one up as Maggie was quickly closing in on her. I did keep the internet, but got rid of the cable. It's at the point now where it's impossible to go without the internet. I need it to pay the bills and all that kind of stuff, so kept that and got rid of the cable. Oh, Marley Sample set to throw this ball in. LaFountain crossing it over, and Cronkite closing in, sending that one off the outside of her foot to the other side of the field. Dumas playing that one up on the right side, and the Cougars looking across it right into the corner of the 6-yard box, and that's cleared out by Murray for the Hornets. Cougars putting some pressure on there, but the Hornets defense holding strong. And Maggie LaFountain collecting that ball inside, and Sample winding up, getting ready to take a shot, but it's taken away from the Hornets. And Leah Clone working on the far side as she was held up by a Hornet and will be awarded a free kick. So Colombe setting the ball as she would like it. The referee moving Hornet player back 10, and a nice ball played in and deflected off the hands, and no Cougar there to sink that one in the back of the net. Cougar still putting pressure on, looking to get a shot off. Hornets players going down, and that's cleared out. So a good opportunity there for the Cougars. It appeared as though they were going to bury that one and just couldn't get that golden opportunity that they were hoping for to break this 1-1 tie. I think Maggie LaFountain had the best opportunity there, and she actually picked up a goal last night up in Saranac Lake, and I'm sure she's eager to get another one, and tonight would be a great time to do that. And we'll have Fredette on the far right side. She's definitely a speedy player, and quickly throwing that one in, looking for Gregoire as she's breaking through the defense, but that'll be called back, and it appears as though the Cougars will rethrow it. So Letourneau going out. Ledoux in the middle of the field, and we have a Cougar player going down. Play goes on. And that's Houghton and Pema going at it, and Cougars definitely are going to have to toughen up here because Hornets are a physical team and know how to go to the ball hard, and the Cougars just are not going to be able to back off and let them take advantage of that. So Hollister will throw this one from just inside midfield as Sample sends it over the sideline. So Ledoux sends that one to the far side to Porter. And we'll have a foul called on the Cougars. And lucky for the Cougars here, Michael's not out in the field, so they don't have to worry about her foot taking this free kick, because she definitely could put this one in the net from there. So we'll have to see how the Hornets fare on this one. So Woodward switching foots. Looks to bend this one. Nice ball into the 6-yard box. And Ledoux getting her foot on that on the far right side as she stayed wide. Ball skips through multiple Cougar defenders, and she just lightly taps that one right into the back of the net. With 20 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the second half, Ledoux getting the Hornets' second goal of the game as they go up 2-1. Is that set?
Hornets goal scored by Haley Ledoux, assisted by Madeline Woodward.
All right, so Hallie Ledoux picking up a bouncing ball across the top of the 6-yard box, putting that one in the back of the net to give her team a 2-1 lead. We're down to 20 and a half minutes left here, and I was just saying on that free kick, unfortunate that Michaels wasn't over there to take it with her good foot, but Madeline Woodward with an excellent ball. She initially was going to take it with her left, switched to her right foot, curving that ball in, and picks up her third point of the game. She scored the first goal, and unfortunately, Calvin, for the Cougar students, I think he might have bragging rights right now. His daughter picking up 3 points, going up 2-1, so we'll have to, I guess, wait for the outcome here to see how that all ends up.
And Alfie Ledoux's daughter scoring.
Yep, and they used to be in this school district, moving down to Plattsburgh and going to school there now. Actually, Nick came back last year, right?
Yeah.
He played hockey last year for Northeastern and
Played soccer and hockey.
soccer and hockey. That's
And
right.
baseball. Baseball too.
So substitutes for the Cougars. We'll have 4 Cougars over here on the near side looking for that ball as it's sent back to Gagno in the middle of the field, and she's going to get called for a push as she's leaning in on Ledoux as they go across the field battling for that ball. So Michaels set to take this one, chips a high ball up to the awaiting line of the Cougars. Rin LaFountain looking for Houghton. Combs stepping up, playing aggressive as Houghton gets a shot off, and that'll slowly bounce into McCormick. Comb up to Sample, looking back to McComb. Michaels looking to chip that one over the defense, and Colomb chesting that one down. And playing it over to the Cougar bench. And we'll have a play on there as a foul is going to be called. And that sneaks by the Cougar defender. Breaking in is Ledoux, and Racine coming out making a nice save as Ledoux was breaking in all alone. And Racine had no choice there but to come out, and she was able to get her hands on that one, stopping the Hornets from going up 3-1 here late in the second half. Hornets are definitely going to start to have some more opportunities here as time winds down. The Cougars are going to have to start moving up their defense, taking some chances, and trying to even this score up. McComb splitting two defenders. That's off of Haley Ledoux's foot as Cronkite will throw this one in. And we'll have a foul called on Sophie Berto. Trip from behind there, and Gagne will step up to take this one. So we have 3 Cougars playing on the near side here, 3 on the far side, and we'll have to see where this ball is placed, and it's right to the 18 on the foot of the Hornets player. Combs stepping up looking to rip a shot, and that's blocked by the defense. Houghton getting that over. This near side, a shot taken by Bryn Sample, and McCormick corrals that one. Ball back to Brinley LaFountain. She's looking up for her teammates. Houghton back over to Sample. And the Patriots able to grab that one, and Berto will look to move up the field, but Colombe with other ideas there. McComb with a nice shot, and that's going to be just wide. So the Hornets will send in a substitute. We'll have Ledoux getting a rest here as number 11, Paige Murray, comes in. Long ball chipped in, and that's over the end line, and the Cougars will be taking a goal kick. The Cougars will have a long break after this game. They will not play again until senior night next Thursday here at Northeastern. They'll be playing host to the Saranac Chiefs, and Gerard looking to get a shot off there, and that goes off the side of her foot and out of bounds. Gerard chipping that into the 18. Nice ball right there. And Cronkite battling as she deflects that one out. And LaFountain will look to carry this to midfield. Good hustle from Houghton in the middle of the field as she came up to make that tackle and take it away, and we're down to 11.5 minutes here. Hornets still holding a 2-1 lead over the Cougars. So Woodward with some good footwork there as Brinley LaFountain knocks that one out of bounds, and stepping up to take this throw is going to be Marr. And a misstep there by the Cougars, and Houghton steps back to help out her defense as she clears that one out. Paige Murray was trying to set herself up for a shot there, and the Cougars defense was able to clear that one out. So the Hornets will work the far side of the field, and just a little too much on that as it goes out of bounds. So Brinley LaFountain will get a rest here as Gabby Dumas comes back into the game, number 4 for the Cougars. So we'll have a stoppage for a foul there. So Michael's set to take this shot. Both teams line up at the 18. Good hard shot, but that'll be wide of the net. We'll have 2 Hornets players coming into the game. We're down to 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. That'll be Maggie coming into the game, and I didn't catch the number of the player on the other side of the field. So some good footwork there, splitting 2 defenders, looking to go by a third, and Colombe doing a nice job of taking that ball away. So Hollister on the right side, turning on the wheels, breaking midfield. A good pass there, looking to lead Gabby Dumas on the left side, and we'll have a deflection there as she throws the ball in for the Cougars. So Bryn Sample looking across that ball, and a little spin on that, and it goes over the end line. And that ball rolls just over the sideline, and the Hornets will throw this in. We'll have Julia Marr throwing it in. So a good hustle there by Woodward keeping that ball in, and Hollister stepping up to play that. She goes down, and Ledoux plays that up the field. So the Cougars with the long ball as Sample tracks that one down here in the near corner. Nice move to the left, and she'll look to cross that, and deflected by the defense. So Bryn Sample, the nice spin move there. She beats the defender a second time, and good footwork there, but the Cougars just unable to get that one to the middle of the field for any scoring opportunity. Marley Sample tracking that ball down to the middle of the field. Looks to the far side. Hollister looking to take a shot, and that'll be a slow roller over the end line. We'll have 2 more substitutes for the Hornets. Little whistle from the refs to get back in action here as the Hornets take this goal kick. Houghton getting ahead on that. McComb stepping up. A little bit of room in the middle of the field. She goes to the left side to Sample. Sample cutting back, looking to take a shot over to the far side, just off the foot of Marley Sample. She was unable to trap that one, and if she was able to get that one on her foot, it looked as though she'd have a wide open shot, just her and the goalie. So good idea there, just unable to connect on that one. So the Hornets substituting again, and we can expect with this 2-1 lead, as time is winding down, they'll have somebody at midfield looking to sub every opportunity, trying to run this clock down and preserve a 2-1 victory. So Sample on the left side. Nice tackle on the end line by the Hornets defender, and that's safely played out of bounds. Bryn Sample playing hard on that far side, definitely getting physical, and we'll finally get a whistle by Mr. Norton, and he'll award a free kick for the Cougars. So we'll have to see if they push everybody up here. Under 4 minutes to go here. Cougars need every opportunity here to score, and Mr. Norton will pace off to 10 yards as the Hornets players are creeping up. So 3.5 minutes, and this ball will be played into the 6-yard box, and Cougars closing in hard on that ball, and that was deflected out. Nice hard shot in, and McCormick able to get her hands on that ball as Colomb took a nice shot from the outside corner. So 2 good opportunities there for the Cougars, and we'll have to see if they keep the pressure on here, looking to catch that equalizer. Gagnon chipping this one up to Marley Sample. Sample and McComb working together. She rips a shot, and it's going to be wide to the outside. So Cougars will have to look to contain the Hornets on this goal kick here, keep it in their offensive zone, and create a couple more opportunities. Hornets substituting again. We have, I believe that was Berto coming back into the game. Gagnon stepping up, chipping this back in, and goes to the foot of Tenzin Pema. Gagnon with a misstep there as the ball sneaks by her, and she'll look to recover to the middle of the field as the Hornets work the far side. So closing in, exactly 2 minutes left here. Bryn Sample taking this throw. She's looking for Marley Sample. Ball going to the end line. Sample pushed off that ball, and she's looking for a call. Mr. Norton not going to give it to her, and he awards the Hornets a goal kick. So we'll have Hollister on the far side with some room, and way too much in that one as it's sent over the end line. Closing in on 1 minute here, and seems like the Cougars last few minutes get possession of the ball and end up sending it long, and the Hornets coming back with a goal kick. Is that set?
1 minute.
So Ledoux on the far side looking to track that one down for a team. Gagne will throw it into midfield as the Cougars look to make one last push here. Still with 3 defenders back at midfield. And that ball played past Gagne. Was Gagne unable to get it, and that ball's chipped over the hands of Racine. It's going to trickle over the end line. So Gagne getting beat on that. Racine taking a chance, coming out past the 18, and that ball played over the end line, and that will be the end of the game as Racine must have got her hands on that one as the Hornets are awarded a corner kick, and time is going to run out as they take this corner kick, and the visiting Plattsburgh High Hornets coming away with a 2-1 victory over the Northeastern Clinton Cougars here in Northern Soccer League Division I action. On behalf of Hometown Cable, I'm Chris Gagne, along with Calvin Castine on camera. We thank you for joining us tonight, and as always, this is viewer-sponsored television. If you enjoy what you're watching, seeing our local youth playing sports on television, please send in your donation to Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 12919. And once again, thank you for joining us.